Hello, this is Jeannine, and I am going to show you a few different bind off techniques. Since the last time I did cast on, now we're going to show you how to do a bind off. My swatch here today is just garter stitch. I have 20 stitches. I'm going to show you two different bind offs with the garter stitch, and so we're just having all knit stitches here. So the basic bind off that everybody learns first is just a regular bind off. I don't even know what we call it, just a bind off. So you're going to knit 2 stitches, and then what you're going to do, because we need to decrease, is we're going to grab that first stitch and you're going to pull it over the last one that you knit. Now you want to keep these fairly loose, because if you pull it too tight, it's going to bunch up. It's almost like a tight cast on. You can have a tight bind off. So we're going to do that again. You go in just like you're going to knit, and then you continue just to pull that first stitch over the last one that you did. I'm going to do this a couple more times. Pull it off, and then again, just up and over. So that is your traditional bind off that is in most books that they're going to show you. Another bind off is, again, you would knit 2 stitches. So I'm going to knit a second stitch. This is called a knit 2 together cast on. So you have your 2 stitches. Take your left needle and bring it under the front of those 2 stitches and wrap around the back needle, and you're going to knit those 2 together, but you're decreasing and binding off at the same time. So again, you're going to knit a stitch, and with the other stitch that was already bound off, you're going to go in the front of those 2 stitches, wrap around, and pull through. This actually is a looser or stretchier bind off, because you're not pulling super tight, because you're knitting 2 together instead of pulling one over the other, and it makes it nicer, it lays better, and I use this one more than the other. It has a cleaner look, and you can tell the difference. These are a lot tighter. These are the ones that I did the traditional pullover, and these here are the knit 2 together. Okay. And I'm also going to show you what you would do if you are binding off in ribbing. Let me get this one out of the way. When you bind off in ribbing, a lot of people get confused with this. So basically, you're going to knit or purl the stitch as you see it. This is a 1x1 ribbing, so it's knit, purl across. So to get started, you would knit the first one, and then purl the next one, because it's the next stitch is a purl. With this yarn still in front, just pull it down out of your way. You're going to want to take that first stitch and pull it over. All right. My next stitch is a knit stitch, so I need to move the yarn to the back. I need to knit that stitch, and with the yarn still in the back, pull that first stitch over. All right, next stitch is a purl stitch, bring it to the front, purl the stitch. With the yarn still in the front, you're going to want to pull that first stitch over. So this is how you would bind off in ribbing, and there are patterns out there that will tell you bind off in ribbing. And if you have a knit 2, purl 2, it's just whatever the stitch is that comes up next, however it is, you read your stitches. This is a knit, I would knit that stitch. This one's a purl, I would purl that one. You guys have a great day. I hope this helps you out, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.